Hello. Today we are going to read a book called Swamp Party by Chuck Woods and illustrated by Eugenia Nobody. And so as you look at this, I want you to ask yourself some questions. What genre is it and how do I know that? And genre means, first of all, is it fiction, which is made up, or is it nonfiction, which is more informational or true or factual? And looking at the illustrations, we have a pretty good guess that this is a fiction, and it would even be what we call a fantasy, meaning we see that the little frogs, the swamp creatures here, have skirts and furniture, and most times frogs do not actually have that. So let's go ahead and start our book. Swamp Party. Big Mama looked around the house. I think we are all ready, she told Mudwina. Aunt Muddle was coming for dinner, and Big Mama liked things to be just right. Lovely cobwebs hang from the ceiling. Dirt and dust clung to all the windows, and a bunch of brown weeds and sticks sat in a vase on the table. Mudwina tucked her pet wombat under the bed. Mama wrote "Welcome" in the mud on the floor. The toad-lip stew is in the pot on the stove, she said, and a puddle of yummy swamp juice is in the sink. What are we having for dessert? Mudwina asked. Dessert? I forgot all about it, Big Mama cried. Don't worry, I'll hunt for dessert. You get Aunt Muddle, Mudwina said. You are a dear child, Big Mama said. She gave Mudwina a lick on the cheek and set off for the swamp. Mudwina loved her Aunt Muddle. She was so much fun. Aunt Muddle played tic-tac-toe with real ticks. She knew how to squeeze a frog's belly and make it burp. And Aunt Muddle could whistle tunes on her toes. I'll need a special dessert for Aunt Muddle, Mudwina thought. Fly pie with a slime crust. That's the best. She grabbed a jar and her fly net. You wait here, Rufus, she said. The little wombat always wanted to come with her, but he was too slow. She needed to hurry. Fly pies take some time to make. First, Mudwina slopped some slime into her jar. It was good and gooey. Then she sloshed through the mud to the swamp cabbage patch. Mudwina looked around. The swamp cabbages were good and rotten. The flies were everywhere. They love rotten swamp cabbage, and who could blame them? Mudwina filled up her jar with flies, and then she ran the whole way home. Aunt Muddle would be there soon. She had to hurry. Mudwina threw open the door and raced into the kitchen. But she had forgotten about Rufus. The chubby wombat was sleeping in his red woolly hat right by the door. Mudwina tripped over him. Can you see her tripping right there in the picture? He sure is cute. She crashed to the floor, and so did the jar of flies. At the same time, the front door opened. In came Big Mama and Aunt Muddle. Mudwina felt like crying. Why, Mudwina, Aunt Muddle cried. What a wonderful surprise. You know flies are my favorite. Let's eat dessert first. And then snick, thwick, thwit. All those fat flies were gone before you could say swamp party. A fantasy is a story that couldn't really happen. We can tell that Swamp Party is a fantasy right away because Mudwina and Big Mama are made up creatures, a little like frogs and a little like people. Not all fantasies are funny, but many are. If you enjoy reading fantasies, you might enjoy these books: Commander Toad and the Big Black Hole by Jane Yolen, Mercy Watson Fights Crime by Kate DiCamillo, Mitchell is Moving by Marjorie Wyman Sharmat. Enjoy the book.